Hey everyone, good to see you on this very, very, very early Monday morning. How are you tonight, Jeff?
Feeling good, yeah.
Doing okay. Really quickly, I am going to give this room a shout out. First tonight was Super Mario Brothers 3. Pushing buttons, please drive safe. We also have Noise Guru. And I think I just saw Angels Don't Fall and Go Kart Bob hop in the chat. Yes, I did. And also Joe Bloor, welcome. So hey guys, pinned to the top, you're going to see a message. We're going to be showing a video clip later on in the show from Everjosh08. He made a little video of residue. I'm not going to show the whole thing though, because I'd rather you go to his channel, subscribe, and give him the view. So later on, after we're done Jeff's segment, I'm going to show his just a very short portion of his video, and then, which I have to send you the link, huh? I guess send Jeff the link.
Yep.
And then we'll get into everything. We have a lot to cover tonight. It may not sound like a lot because there's only like 3 Mandela type folders or 4 Mandela folders, but there is actually a lot to cover. There's a lot tonight. Hey, Jency, welcome. Jency and Michael Fontaine just jumped in the chat. So did Wendy B. Welcome, guys. Hey, Gerald Neal, good to see you. How does Gerald, of all people, not be? You're wrenched. You're now wrenched. I was going to say, Gerald Neal has been here forever. How does Gerald Neal not have a wrench?
And hi to everybody in the chat. Hi, Gerald. Hi, Jency. Hi to Angels Don't Fall, Michael Fontaine, Go Kart Bob, Wendy B, Super Mario Brothers, Noise Guru. Push
and you are not late, Gerald Neal. I'm sorry, Jeff. We just started. So go ahead, Jeff.
Okay.
You're like, all right, whatever.
Go Bloor.
Did Super Mario?
Yeah.
Well, Super Mario wanted me to ask you a question before we get started. Do you remember Snoop Dogg's variety show on MTV called Doggy Fizzle Televizzle?
Yes. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you guys hear about, do you remember the variety show of Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey?
I remember that.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know why that thing was canceled. It looked amazing. I mean, it's because I didn't hear about it. And that means other people didn't hear about it.
Didn't last very long.
No, but it was fantastic. It was actually really good. What I saw of it, at least.
I don't remember if I ever watched it. Hey, Michael Russum.
Hey, Michael Russum. Good to see you. All right, guys. I think we're just going to jump right into Jeff's segment because he's got a lot to cover. And Jeff, I'm sorry, there is one thing you're going to have to read a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting. But the rest you don't have to read barely anything. So. All right. Here we go. Jeff, whenever you're ready to present that screen. the first folder.
Which one do you want to start with?
Just start at the bottom. They're in order. Just start at the bottom. Whatever news 8, whichever one's first. I think it's the time traveler. We have a time traveler to talk about tonight, guys. I smell smoke, and not from a cigarette. I may have to get you up on the screen and you just take over while I go check to make sure. Yeah, something is on fire. Not bad fire. Not to scare anyone. I'll be right back.
All right. What I'm about to show you could be the first real video proof of time travel. These clips come from the TikTok of Alex Shaw. Please follow because more updates are coming. Alex owns an investment property that he uses as an Airbnb. He lives 5 hours away, so all of his updates so far have been away from the property and via his security footage.
Actually, turns out he is a...
One day, Alex gets a ping from his Ring doorbell that someone is in his backyard. The person never leaves, so he calls the cops. The person has vanished.
Time traveler. Let me show you that. I literally came... If I wanted to make this up. It actually turns out he is a time... He never came back. Actually, turns out he is a time traveler. Let me show you that. I literally can't even make this up. Like, if I wanted to make this up, it blows my mind. This just happened yesterday. So as you can see, he's wandering around my backyard. I don't know what he's trying to do. Now he's like thinking like where to go, and he actually ends up going into my shed. So you can see he opens it, goes into the shed. So I'm fast forwarding the time so you can see there's no movement. He never leaves the shed. And I'm talking on the camera. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you in my shed? Never answers. He never leaves the shed. I literally was watching it the whole time. So I end up calling the police. You could see in the last one, the police coming through the front yard. And then here's the police coming into the backyard. And you can see they literally go inside. They go inside and I'm talking to them. Then they go inside again. Like they're inside there. And they come out and he's not there. And like I've been watching this backdoor camera the whole entire time and he never left. I really watched the camera the whole time. He never left. Actually turns out he is a time traveler. Let me show you that. I literally can't even make this up. Like if I wanted to make this up, he never came back until the next.
But the next day, someone does not go into the shed. Instead, a man comes out of the shed, looking like the same man, 40, 50 years older.
Next day, right here, notification on my camera that there's somebody in my backyard, and this guy leaves my shed. And he looks right at the camera too. That guy left my shed. But here's the craziest part. This looks like the same guy, maybe, glasses, whatever. Let's look at the other guy. This was the other guy. He noticeably aged. Looks like the same guy, but aged. So him again, and now him. Same facial features, whiter hair. So I don't even know what to think at this point. Somebody explain this. He literally left the same shed. You saw the camera I put before. There was no movement that whole night. Then the next day, this guy leaves the shed, looks right at the camera like he knows, and he looks noticeably older. I don't know. Something's going on. He never came back until the next day.
So I do have pictures and close-ups coming up. So if you're having trouble seeing the comparison, like when I was looking at it, the hairlines match up. That is a big one because the younger guy already had a receding hairline, very similar to the guy with the white hair. Now the faces, I don't know because the quality is really bad, but they're wearing glasses. They both have bowed legs. It's very weird. This is weird. And I don't know if I mentioned it, or I might mention it in the like later on. But the reason why everything's happening with the Ring cameras, because this guy is 5 hours away. This is his B&B investment property. So he's finding out this information because of the Ring doorbell. Okay, you can go on. Oh, here he's comparing the guy, the white-haired guy, to Bob Lazar.
Front camera footage shows him leaving the property, going over to a car, walking away, and the car following him. This is the last sighting for now.
So the time traveler leaves the shed the next day and goes off screen. And a lot of people think I'm hiding the front camera footage of him leaving because they think this is a skit. So let's look at the front camera and see where he goes. To the front camera, you can see him walking to the front. I did turn off the sound because all the cars driving by, so it's loud, but he's whistling. He's like, I can't whistle, but he's whistling. But yeah, he's looking sus. He walks out the gate. He's looking back at the house. Like, I don't know what he's looking at, you know, suspiciously crosses the street. And then there's a car here. And this is a really weird interaction that's about to happen because he goes up to this car and he like looks through the passenger window, and then it's gonna stutter a little bit because it's going between clips. But he looks through the passenger window and then just continues walking. Like I can't even make this up. Like, I don't know what he's doing. And then he literally just walks off, and that's the end of him. Like, that's the last I've seen of him. Now, this part's a little creepy because when he looked through the car, it looked like nobody was in the car. Like, that car was sitting there for a little bit. But then right as he walks off the screen, the car then turns, does a little 3-point turn, and drives off. And it's really suspicious. Like, the car's following. So the time traveler leaves the shed the next day.
So here's close-up pictures. I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's Bob Lazar. But look at the jaw lines. To me, that's the killer right there. Bob Lazar is a very lax jawline from the side, and it's more squared, whereas theirs is more like a triangle. I think I say that. Go ahead, read, Jeff.
Well, he does resemble Bob Lazar a little bit. I do not think it's him. His receded hairline is much more prominent as a younger man, and both young and old time traveler have a sharp triangular jawline, while Bob's is softer and square.
So I do want to point out that all three of them have a cleft chin, but the two men on the bottom, who may be the same man, who knows, both have a very big forehead. Now, it looks like there's less hair on the younger guy, but he could have had it cut short, as opposed, it could be the haircut, you know what I'm saying? But they seem to have like the same glasses, but also they have like a very triangular, sharp jawline and then the chin goes straight across, whereas Bob Lazar's is more, he's got more of a point. And then also, the men on the bottom have more of a bulbous tipped nose, and whereas Bob Lazar is a more pointy nose. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's more nose showing through the glasses on Bob Lazar than it is on the other guys.
Yeah.
So they do look. Now the face is weird on the younger guy on the footage, but I can see the resemblance. I could believe that would be that old man's son. You see what I'm saying? And the guy's arms are as dark as the guy on the left. Like, his arms are tan, but his face isn't. So he could just have a really dark tan.
To me, it looks like the same guy, but older.
That's the whole thing. That's what he thinks it is.
It really does. I mean, the glasses match, the facial features, the chin.
The whistling matches. I didn't include a clip because it was extremely long, but he showed the cops coming, and he showed the full clip of the man going into the shed. And what he did was he walked around the backyard looking around to make sure he wasn't followed. That's what it looked like. And the whole time he's whistling. And then he says the guy leaving, going to the front, is whistling too. So that's another thing they have in common. They're whistling. It's really weird. It's very, 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 very weird.
Or it could be a skit where he had somebody, dressed as an old man coming out.
Nope, nope, nope. I really don't think so, because his channel had nothing to do with any of this until this happened. This is his investment property. What do you think his channel is about?
Yeah, that is a little weird.
I'm going to show you what his channel is about, because I knew somebody was going to say that. I just didn't know it was going to be you. Let's go on.
Yeah, I don't like to just, jump to that conclusion as much as I want to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But I try not to do that anymore.
Especially when you know I'm researching. Come on, I'm gonna have it covered. Come on.
I've been looking into this a lot.
Should I play this first or read it first?
Read it.
But a TikTok user, Matty Ice, found another person that could be the time traveler, a guy who passed away in 2018.
Wait.
It's funny because he
guys,
actually made a skit on part one, kind of.
Guys, yo, the guy he found, it's him. He found the guy, and he died in 2018, but he's walking around this guy's house in 2024. So you explain that. Go ahead, play it. It is definitely him. I know it's him.
Like making fun of me, but now he's come around to actually looking into this because this is real. So he's been looking into this story, and he found some crazy evidence. To start this up, I don't support reaching out to anybody's families or anything like that. This is all speculative, but evidence kind of makes sense. So what he did is he did a reverse image search, and he found this guy who looks pretty similar to our boy here. The crazy part is this guy was obsessed with time travel. And you can see 9 years ago, he used to post on blogs talking about time travel and how it works. So he graduated from Harvard University, which is, obviously impressive. So this guy knew his stuff. He was obsessed with time travel, and he looks like our guy. So it's like, okay, it's probably him then, right? This guy died in 2018, 6 years ago, which, by the way, how is 2018 6 years ago? That's crazy in its own. But 6 years ago, this guy died. But he looks the same, and he was obsessed with time travel. He also found this, which is family members saying they miss him and that they, love him and stuff like that in November 2018. He also found this, which is the same thing talking about his death, July of 2017. So this one also says he died in July of 2018, but then they posted in 2017. It's possible that they edited this text to, give him a shout out, how he passed away. Maybe his picture was posted beforehand, but still a little fishy, right? It's in 2017 saying, he died in 2018. But I've been looking into this a lot. Pause. It's funny because he...
So not only am I telling you that he doesn't post about this sort of stuff on his channel, right? But he's also being a skeptic and saying, yeah, even though he died in 2018, the post is 2017, it's possible it was an old picture and they just changed the text. Like, he is even trying to debunk it,
Yeah.
I believe this guy. So go on next. You'll see. I'm going to show you what his channel is about. This is just a photo. You got to read.
Hold on. All right. Alex is going to be adding a camera inside the shed, but I don't know if the guy will be back. If it took him 40 years to return, he probably won't make it back again. But then again, wouldn't he need to return to the shed to go back?
There's no sound in this one.
Just to be clear, Alex never posted about anything related to time travel or the paranormal until this happened. He covers real estate, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Mm-hmm. So if you hit play, it's going to scroll through some of his videos. Nothing. There's nothing to do with anything like this.
Was his page doing okay before that, though?
He had thousands of subscribers. His YouTube's bigger than it. His Instagram's actually the biggest.
So he wasn't possibly doing this for attention because his page wasn't doing well.
No, and he's got plenty of money. He has an investment property in Florida that they use as an Airbnb.
Okay.
He's fine.
So that explains that. So yeah, it seems like it could be pretty legit.
'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause legit. 'Cause It was not on April 1st. It was this week. The last video was yesterday.
So what do you think? Is this proof of time travel? Do you think this man could be Bob Lazar or the man Matty Ice found? Let us know your thoughts and comments below.
Gotta love AI art. It did a good job. And actually listen to what I said. Wormhole inside a shed with a time traveler. Michael Fontaine. Oh, no wonder. Florida. That's good. And Gerald Neal says no monetary purpose makes it more credible. I agree. He even leans forward the same. You're right, Jency. He does. That's what I said. They have bowed legs, so it makes them walk the same way. And it's yeah, John Teeter, except his name's not John Teeter, if that's the guy. Could be, though. But didn't John Teeter, wasn't that in a city like D.C., not Florida?
I don't know.
All right. This is just a weird one, guys. This isn't a Mandela. This isn't, it's just weird. Okay? That's all. Okay, Jeff.
Have you ever heard of the vegetable lamb or the lamb of Tartary? Did I say that right?
You did.
Okay. This mythological creature is strange enough to make the weird list for tonight's segment. This article is from Wired magazine explaining how the myth came to be. The most shocking part for me is that this myth was believed as fact for over 400 years, 1200s to the 1600s.
You could have read the title. Go back. Because you're going to read the article.
Fantastically wrong when people thought lambs grew right out of the ground.
For 400 years, right? That's insane.
It's okay to be wrong, even fantastically so, because when it comes to understanding our world, mistakes mean progress. From folklore to pure science, these are history's most bizarre theories. Or so goes the story of the bizarre vegetable lamb of Tartary, also known as the Baramets. Derived from the Tartar word for lamb, this was a useful little creature that Europeans in the Middle Ages, aware that cotton was a thing that arrived from India, yet unaware exactly how it grew, decided was the source of the newfangled threads. According to 19th century naturalist Henry Lee, who penned an exhaustive 60-page, treatise?
Yep.
On the history of the vegetable lamb in Europe, this legend met with almost universal credence from the 13th to the 17th centuries. Its source, it seems, was the Middle Ages. Most famous traveler, Sir John Mandeville, whose fantastical accounts of his roamings abroad in the 1300s led to no small number of misconceptions back in England. Mandeville writes in Middle English, so I'll go ahead and just paraphrase for you. In Tartary, what is now Russia and Mongolia, there grows a plant that produces gourds, and from these issue forth tiny lambs which men eat. Mandeville, who likely made up a good chunk of his travels and pulled from reference material instead, wrote that in his experience they are quite delicious. So based on vegetable lambs not actually existing, we can confirm that Mandeville was somewhat of a liar. Jorge Luis Borges, in his book of Imaginary Beings, refers to him hilariously as the problematic Sir John Mandeville. Two variations of the Baramets myth circulated in the Middle Ages. The first was that the plant bore many different pods, which burst open to reveal tiny lambs that morphed into a second telling that accounted for the critters need to eat. So it became a single lamb set upon the top of the plant, bending down periodically on the flexible stem to graze on the vegetation surrounding it. It would die once it ran out of food within reach, that is, if its sole enemy other than humans, the wolf, didn't get to it first. It wasn't until the late 1600s that the baromet's myth began to really fall apart when Sir Hans Sloane presented London's famed Royal Society with a plant procured from China. The specimen was a foot long with 7 protuberances and covered in a sort of down. It seemed, said Sloane, to be shaped by art to imitate a lamb, the roots or climbing parts being made to resemble the body and the extant foot stalks the legs. Vegetable lamb of Tartary, a curious fable of the cotton plant. It was a fern rhizome. Is that the word, rhizome?
Yep.
A structure equivalent to the stem of flowering plants, manipulated to look like an animal, and it was rhizomes like this, Sloane argued, that gave rise to the myth. A fine bit of evidence against the absurdity of the vegetable lamb tale, to be sure, but learned men traveling in Tartary still stubbornly took it upon themselves to further search for the creature. Problem was, this species of fern, which appropriately enough now bears the name Subodium barometz, wasn't native to Tartary. Instead, it grows in tropical southern China. But in the eyes of the scientific community, the mystery was solved. The myth had simply arisen from overactive imaginations and faked specimens, and probably a fair number of wine binges on the trade routes, to be quite honest. Incidentally, there is a white flower belonging to the genus Rhyolea growing in alpine areas of New Zealand that grow in such large compact clusters that from a distance they appear as grazing sheep, giving the flowers the name vegetable sheep.
The vegetable sheep are real, they're just a flower.
It does kind of look like sheep a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Seed joins in the furlong bray, the baromet's tree. And now for the art, both historical and new, as well as photos of the evidence held in a museum.
So here's the thing. I just find it strange that I've never heard of this myth that was around for 400 years, and so many people have heard of this myth that they've made art and all sorts of stuff about it. That's all. I'm just throwing this out there. But this is one of the fake specimens that were made. It sits in a museum right now. But you've heard of a unicorn, Jency, right? A Leviathan, Nessie. There's a lot of things that we haven't proved its existence that we have heard of.
That sheep looks tasty.
Thank you, Gerald. I've been to multiple Ripley's too. I've been to one in Atlantic City, one in Baltimore. There was another one I was in. Oh, Orlando. I've been to 3 Ripley's, believe it or not. You'd think I would have come across this at some point.
Right? I've been to a few of those too.
Mm-hmm.
I love those. I miss going to those. Those were fun.
I just find it weird that so many people know about this thing, that they're even 3D printing them, and never heard of it. Oh, and they also have it tattooed on their bodies. It's so weird.
Yeah, because, you know, it's such a thing that they have to get tattoos of it. But we never heard of it.
Exactly. It just goes on and on and on. Some of it was gruesome, so I didn't include all of them.
So they actually thought they grew out of the ground.
They actually thought they grew out of the ground for 400 years.
Wow. I thought people were dumb now. Well, they are, but...
Yeah. We're in a timeline that is dumber.
Yeah.
And this is the proof.
Is this myth about the origin of cotton new for you, or have you known about this tale? I was surprised by how many people had heard of it. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Nah, there won't be a gummy Nessie because gummy Nessie would just melt.
All right, so we got a couple more here for this segment.
You have the couple more along. There's multiple clips in those couple, you know. All right. So, which segment are you on now?
UFO.
All right, here we go, guys. This is, well, UFO glitches, shifting, and all sorts of stuff. They're just, this is like the hodgepodge. And I'm probably going to try to debunk one of these, so just to give you a heads up. Uh-oh, I just lost my live chat. There it is. Wow, there's 28 of you. Thank you guys for being here so late.
Yeah. Hi, Natalie.
Welcome, Natalie. Welcome back. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here just waiting for you, and I had to put you on the screen.
Yep. All right. Woman claims proof of shifting. Baby glitches through solid metal and meteor UFO again.
So wait, just to preface before you start, I muted this because there's music playing. And we covered a few weeks ago a new type, well, at least new for for everyone who was in the chat and myself and Jeff, UFOs that look like meteors first. Here they are again. Last time they were in Florida and Texas, now they're in Phoenix. And this comes from Mind Bend Mysteries. Go ahead. So just look at the pictures. There's cursing and music, so I just muted it. Okay, you can go to the next one. You're already looping through it. All right, so how is this possible? Watch the baby. There we go. I'm going to play it again. Watch the baby, everyone. Just walks right through like it's nothing.
Whoa. What the hell?
Now, I'm going to show you some pictures. It looks like the thing is transparent. Like maybe the bar is missing. And they put it in there with some video editing. Because the baby does look like it goes through without even trying to squeeze. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it is possible through the magic of video editing that they put a bar there. I'm just saying, playing devil's advocate here. It's blurry, and then it goes transparent.
That's what I was trying to do on the other one. Play devil's advocate. You know, just
I know.
place. It's not real.
I know.
Trash parent.
Nora's Guru says this clip has already been proven fake.
Okay, so part two.
Should I play this yet?
Okay, let me give you a little backstory. This comes from Goddess Nicola. Okay? This is part two. Part one was like, I think 9 minutes long. So I wasn't going to play that. I'll give you a little recap. On the night of what she's about to talk about, Her healthy young son, I would say I don't think she said the age, but we're going to say like under the age of 8. Possibly a toddler. Like a young son. Who had always been healthy. The night she's going to be talking about, she found him in his bed foaming at the mouth and unconscious. Rushed him to the hospital. They determined he had a seizure. While he was in the hospital, the child had a heart attack, lung collapse, and survived with no brain damage. It's a miracle. Okay? But this child had previously had no medical problems, and they don't know what caused these medical problems. So, that was the backstory. You can play part 2.
I'm going through my camera roll, and like I said, I see these pictures that my phone randomly took. Like, I didn't take these pictures myself. My phone literally was randomly taking, and it would always do this. It would always take random pictures of me. Even the phone I have now, it randomly does screenshots. Like, my phones be doing weird shit, and I know it's because I got a high energy. I get it. No biggie. I'm not tripping, and I have a lot of energy around me. But what happened, what I seen on the camera roll is what shocked me. So I'm going to pull it up now, and I'm going to let y'all see. I'm not going to tell you what I saw, but I'm going to let y'all see, and I'm going to let y'all make y'all own determination on what the fuck happened. Okay, so you see this? Mind you, this was all taken within a 10, like, you know how they do shutter spurts? This was taken shutter spurts. As you see here, I'm here, here, here. I disappeared. And you see the background is still the same. This ain't no motherfucking Photoshop. When I saw this fucking picture, I was like, where the fuck did I go? Because I don't remember what the fuck happened. And all I can think and all I can assume is that I jumped timelines. I had to, because this was the night that I almost lost my son. And I did this, like, I was doing this video maybe like about an hour or 2 before all of this happened. Like, y'all fucking see this? How do you fucking explain that? How do you explain me disappearing in the midst of some shutter shots?
She's talking about burst.
And I've been like keeping this to myself for years, because how the fuck do I explain it? How do I explain that I fucking disappeared? And I don't know. And mind you, I always have supernatural stuff happen to me. Like, I got so many motherfucking stories of things that have happened to me that are just okay. So part 2. So I'm going through my camera
on and on and on, so I stopped it. So burst mode. The phone took it in burst mode, which means literally every millisecond. It's like boom, 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 picture, 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 picture. And in one of the pictures, she's just not there. She couldn't move that fast. You would see motion blur. Unless, of course, playing devil's advocate, she did move and she deleted the ones of her moving. That would be the only rational explanation. But I know we shift timelines, so I'm inclined to believe her.
Me too. Plus, I can
I
tell by
don't.
the way she's saying it that she means it, that she's not messing around.
Yeah. Welcome, V. V says, I don't believe anything I see online with the advent of AI and CGI. I do, because I can usually tell what is AI and CGI, but I am much more discerning of it, and I am much more likely to be skeptical of things I see online now. But I know that there's still real stuff out there. Just because AI exists doesn't mean that it's all fake, because Photoshop has been around for 25 years. And people have been photoshopping stuff. I just know what to look for now, just like I know what to look for with AI. It is getting convincing. There's still obvious red flags that something isn't real, at least for me. So it just means I have to be more vigilant now. At least that's how I feel. Not edited, Angels Don't Fall. I just checked it. It's not. Hey, Preliminal, I'm glad you're here. I'm doing Google Maps tonight. I know that's your thing. So hopefully you'll be here for that. Anyone else jump in that I missed?
Yep. V.
No, I just responded to B's comment.
Yep.
Anyone else? Jehovah's daughter Barbara, welcome.
Hi, Jehovah's
Good morning.
Daughter, and hi to Preliminal as well.
Making sure I didn't miss anybody because I think I got everybody. No, these are anomalies in Google Maps that I found. And some of them are downright mind-blowing to me. Welcome, Rodney. Good to see you.
Welcome, Rodney. All right, so we got this one now. This is the last one for this segment. It's a pretty long one, though.
It is a pretty long one, but it's a good one. So ghost TikToks from multiple creators. Okay, pause. Okay, so this kid is constantly screaming, but the baby is too, and the baby doesn't know what's going on. But there's something there's actually 4 clips of this. Now, poltergeists, I get it. They can do this stuff. But there's something at the very end that has me questioning this. So just watch this stuff with a grain of salt. There's 4 clips. Go ahead, Jeff. After that, there was a lot more to this.
Go away! Go away! Why do you want to? No! Go away! Come on! Go away! Go away! Go away! Leave us alone! Leave us alone! Leave us alone! Gina! You're not scared! What is this? What's happening? I'm making video on the
I want everyone to watch her shirt. Her shirt is going to pull if she's running away. All right, wait, this is also credit. Can you read the credits? Too small. Official chaos? Oh no. What does it say? Biff?
Biff's Chaos Chronicles.
Thank you. You can have the next clip. So something's pulling her hair while they're doing a blessing.
I hope everything will be okay after this.
Okay, we are watching the ball and the kids' headphones.
Sorry, I had to mute it. It's scary.
I know this. The kid just keeps screaming at the top of his lungs. Okay, so I have photos of the thing that I'm like, okay. But, all right, so she's going to be pulled out of bed. There's a lot going on in this one.
Whoa.
And then again with the hair.
Oh my God.
All right, here's the part where I have my eyebrows raised. Like if they had just cut it there, okay. Look in the top left corner right now. Top left corner, everyone.
What is that?
To me, it looks like a man in one of those black the costumes that are like cover you from head to toe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you go to the next thing, I have close-ups of the image, and there's like a head and a hand. It has me raising my eyebrow. Because that's a little, looks a little too solid to be a shadow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then again,
Dogs are ready.
oh wait, this is let me preface. This woman is just recording her dogs. Okay? There is something in this one. The dogs see it. So go on. It's going to be on the left-hand side again.
For bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Here I go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh God! Fuck! Hey, vente.
All right, wait, stop. So at the end of these clips, because these all played together, I have the photos to show you. If you want to go back and play it again, like hit rewind in the corner and play it again, because it is hard to see. That's why I took screenshots and made it brighter so you could see what she's seeing. If you want to rewind to go back to it and play it one time.
Dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Here I go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh God! Fuck! Hey, vente.
All right, that one you already missed it. It was at the top of the slide. Jeff, you can rewind with the slider in the bottom right. Just go slow so you just go back to the slide.
It's not there. I have to play it.
Yeah.
Dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful
night
here.
Slide comes up. Look at the top.
Here I go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh God! Fuck! Hey, vente.
And if you can't see it, like I said, I brightened it. It's okay. We'll just go to the end. Right now, you're going to be looking in the doorway or closet to the right when the camera pans.
Stand. I won't break them. Michelle's getting like really good at the drums.
In the doorway.
Whoa!
She might have some competition when you get back. We love you. We'll see you soon.
Go.
And this one's a face, which kind of looks like, it reminds me of like Beetlejuice. It's kind of Muppety, but with glowing eyes. To me, looks like a Victorian woman with a big Victorian hat, but like a doll head. It's really creepy. It pokes its head out from behind the door, pokes its head back. They will zoom in. The eyes, I think. Or maybe not. It's hard to see. But I made it better for you guys to see. Don't worry. Hey, Wheeler, Greg. Good to see you.
Dogs are ready for bed.
Okay, so go back. Go back. So it is hard to see. It's a very dark shadow, but if you see on the right side, I've lightened it. It looks like a man in a top hat leaning out of the doorway. Now, if you go look at these on Flickr, if you go into my Flickr account and look at these yourself, you can see the movement. You can see the black shadow there that darts into the room. That's when she screams, "Oh my God," because it moved. So you can see this stuff without me lightening it. You just have to be looking at it larger. And then I drew it here. Now that you know what you're looking, you can zoom in on the picture. Zoom in on the picture. You can see the man in the top hat. And that shadow moved fast out of the way when she said something. And the dog was staring at it. And yes, I only raise one eyebrow when I'm suspicious. I don't have a unibrow. I just raise my right eyebrow all the time. That's what I'm seeing, like a top hat, though. It's so hard to see in the dark, which is why I brighten the image. Okay, number 2, top of the slide. It was very fast and dark. That is a creepy face at the top of the slide.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a doll.
It does.
But there's hands. Do you see, like, shadows on the sides of the... At least one shadow on the left side, or our right side of the slide.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it's gone. That's what it should look like. Did you go back? Yeah. So that's what the empty closet should look like, or doorway. Now you're going to see what Jeff and I saw. Hey, Red Storm. So I see like a Victorian type nightgown, but the hair looks like it's from the 60s, so I don't know what's going on. Hey, Ed Hen. Who else jumped in that I missed? Aw, thanks, Pushing. Scrolling back up. Did I miss anyone jumping in? Mr. Super Sidewinder jumped in. Hello.
Hey, Mr. Super Sidewinder.
And Ed Hen's the one who said only one eyebrow, unibrow. Nope, I just raise one eyebrow when I am suspicious. So there's a couple pictures of the face. You see what I mean? Like it looks like Victorian, almost like a Muppet. But I see like a big Victorian hat.
There's definitely something there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Opportunity to take a
All right, chilled and disturbed. Now there's no images here, so you might have to play it like twice.
opportunity to take a photo of them, but when she did, she was horrified by what she had caught in the photograph. She had never captured anything like this before. This is the photo she took.
All right, they're gonna zoom. That's why I didn't do any pictures. Yeah, the face looks creepy too.
It's not clear if the mother and her two children were the only ones present in the room at which the photo was taken. But even if she stated that she had someone over during this time, it would be hard to believe, as that someone doesn't appear to be a person. Whatever this is, it's definitely creepy. And even without sufficient context, the photo is still nonetheless pretty disturbing. Talk about nightmare fuel. This is the stuff of nightmares. A family is celebrating a birthday when something disturbing is caught on camera. King Gritch submitted the following video and writes, in 2013, the Paris family was celebrating a birthday at their home. It was just the 5 of them, as evident in the video. But after looking back at the video, it appears that someone else had been there. Here's the footage that was taken at the party.
So you're gonna be looking to the left in front of the TV. You're gonna see a little girl go past the TV.
Whoa.
The silhouette of a child passes
That's
by
so
in the
loud.
background. The Paris family was sure that no one else was there except the 5 of them, or so they thought. It appears that someone else had made it to the party. Now, what's even more strange about the supposed child is the way it passes by. It moves quickly and appears to be floating above ground as it does so. The way it passes seems very unnatural. The Paris family can't seem to explain this, but maybe you can.
Good night,
Like
Ed
with
Hen.
most
Thanks for
videos,
stopping in.
this one remains a mystery. A security camera records a child who is inside a crib when something
Oh,
downright
pause.
creepy is captured.
Trigger warning here. Okay, guys, this is violent. I have to tell you, this is violent, and it's to. If I was the mother of this child, I would be out of there immediately. The guy even proves that there's no glitch in the film or anything like that. So just forewarning, the kid's okay. It's just, it's insane. You'll see. Just, I'm just warning you. That's all. Go ahead.
The child's mother had posted the following video as she doesn't know what to make of it. She was in the same room as her son when out of nowhere, he began to cry. It wasn't until watching the footage that she was left disturbed. The mother writes, "I'm still trying to figure out if the camera glitched or something pushed my baby. This is what was caught."
Right after she sits down, the baby's watching a TV show.
The child all of a sudden disappears from the camera's view. It appears that he was pushed over forcefully. The question is, though, what exactly had pushed him over? The cradle in the back continues to swing as the child vanishes from the frame, suggesting that this wasn't a glitch. If it was, then the swing would have skipped a frame, just like the child had. But, as you can see, not a single frame is skipped. So then, if this wasn't a glitch, then what was it? No one else is seen in the room except the mother and child, and nothing appears to have pushed him over. As with all videos, it's up to you to decide if this is some opportunity to take a photo of them. But when she did, she was horrified by what she had.
Did you already click the arrows in the corner? Top corner? Yeah, he did. That's as big as they
Opportunity
can
to take a
get.
photo of them.
You can't zoom video. That's why I said, guys, if you want to look closer, just go to my Flickr account. You'll be able to see them. But that was, to me, that baby was pushed hard. The baby was sitting in one of those like booster chairs, and the booster chair fell with the baby. That was just horrifying to me.
Yeah.
The whole playpen shook.
All right, now we're on to the Mandela effects.
Yeah, that's what I said. Time to move out. It was too fast. I can't make the picture larger, guys. Photos we can make larger. We can zoom in. We can't zoom in on video. Doesn't let us. All right. There was a TV movie that became a TV series in 1979 that I have never heard of, that I believe could be a Mandela show. Doesn't mean it is, but it could be. Modeled after the Love Boat format, but with suspense added in, everyone I have asked, both my age and older, has never heard of it. And that's why I think it could be Mandela, because I asked people who were in their 20s, their 30s in 1979, and they don't remember it either. instead of asking you if you have heard of the series name, look at this picture. Do you know what TV, movie, or series this is? And if you do, what is it? So the answer is no or yes, it was this. Jency says no. Angels Don't Fall is nope. Red Storm is nope. Never existed, said Jency. No, says Wendy. Jehovah's daughter Barbara says never saw it before. V says no. Gerald Neal is no. Pushing Buttons is nah. I gotta give V a wrench. Looks familiar, but not sure, says Michael Russell. No, not seen, says Preliminal. Rodney says never saw it. Mr. Super Sidewinder is a nope. Welcome, Raul Lara. Good to see you again. Who also says no? Go-Kart Bob says China Super Train. Close. Noise Guru says that train looks familiar. I see. So does Quentin Danto. Welcome. Not Slow Piercer. Welcome, Hard to Believe. Never seen. Not Japan, not Germany. Welcome, JRG, who also does. Not Snakes on a Train. Jeff, give me 1 minute. I have to wrench a lot of people.
Okay.
And we're ready to go on. There you go, Super Mario Brothers. Super Train. Go ahead. Jeff, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. I thought we were losing you. You can go on. Super Train did not do well. I watched the TV movie and loved it. Like a 70s time capsule of love, suspense, and murder. I can't imagine why it failed. Possibly the changes in cast from TV movie to series? Have you ever heard of this? And also the logo has that weird S and the T is cut off. And you see how the Super Train logo's in the center with the circle? Just like Love Boat, the cast was put where that Super Train circle is. So they even did the intro kind of the same. I really think it was like Love Boat on a train. It actually had two names. The movie was Express to Terror, and then the series was Super Train. But in Express to Terror, the train was called Super Train. What were you going to say?
That I definitely never heard of this show.
Yeah. Keep going. I was just a baby, so I could have just missed this. But it's on VHS and DVD. This is something that would have caught my eye in a video store. But I'm more surprised by the older people I asked who never heard of this. Super Train pulls out with a boxcar load of NBC cash. Like this is one of the sets. It's got a nice pool, steam room. Natalie says, I miss Natalie. Shoot, give me a minute. Okay. I was 12 in 79 and a loyal fan of the Love Boat, but never ever have I heard about this train. Never heard of it, says Gerald Neal. Super Mario says 9 episodes total. Yes, thank you. Now, it gets crazy because, yes, you get half points, Go Kart Bob. Totally. So, Express to Terror is on the bottom. That was the TV movie. But again, the name of the train was Super Train. And I believe they rebranded it for the pilot. It did air. I don't see why it wouldn't air just in Milwaukee, though, for Linnell. Yova's daughter Barbara was 22 and never heard of it. It launched in February of 1979 with stars Edward Andrews and Robert Alda. The show centered on luxurious nuclear-powered train and followed in the footsteps of ABC's popular Love Boat by focusing on passengers' personal lives, which involved murder, abduction, mystery, and romance amid the cross-country voyage. Skyrocketing costs to the lavish train sets led the network to spend at least $7 million, $28.6 million today, on the pilot alone, making it the most expensive series in TV history at the time. So it's also a trivia fact, and I've never heard of it. So here's some ads for it, some photos of them. One of the stewardesses walking amongst trains that are like up to her knees. Good. All right, so here's the crazy part. You could buy the trains for $25,000. I guess when the series flopped, they tried to recoup some costs by selling the actual train. Now it's a model train, and it came with like, I can't read it, but it says it on the right, on the left, I mean. Like it came with wooden tracks, so you could, put it on your property and have it spin around electronically. Like a huge electric train that you could feasibly put young children to sit on top of. But to give you the scale, can you zoom into the top right, please? So that's the train they sold for $25,000. Well, I don't know if they sold it. They had it for sale for $25,000. So like I said, you could put kids on it and make it go slow. And then there's some scenes from the actual pilot, some promotional photos that look suspiciously like the Love Boat to me, just in train outfits. So what do you guys think? TV, movie, series from another reality, or one I just missed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And there it is on DVD on the right.
I think I would have seen that DVD somewhere, especially as often as I used to shop for DVDs.
Yeah, or VHS in a video store.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
All aboard the Mandela Express. I like that.
Where?
V wrote
Oh, I
it.
see it. V gets a star.
All right, so that's that one.
I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to put it on the screen. We just now, thank you, Joe Bloor, for pointing out the parallel to our reality.
What did he point out?
I can't say it.
Ah, I
Hey,
see.
Grand Tour Richard, welcome.
Hey, Grand Tour Richard.
All right. You want to read this one?
Yep. Credit, Karen Melanie. There's a popular saying that is not how we remember. This is seriously mind-blowing. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Please fill in the blank. If you think I'm driving in this storm, then you've got another
Blank.
blank coming.
And I filled in most of the word because there's only a one-letter difference here. What is the THIN blank word? You've got another blank coming. Jency says thing. Pushing buttons says thing. Michael Russum says, oh, where did Michael Russum? There we go. Michael Russum says thing. Wendy B says thing. The dog, yeah, doggy dog world. I was just pointing it. Yeah, it is dog eat dog world. You are correct. Red Storm. Another thing for Red Storm.
In dog-eat-dog world, there's actually a Snoop Dogg song.
Jehovah's daughter Barbara says thing. Angels Don't Fall says thing. Gerald Neal says thing. Jency says thing. Noise Guru says thing. It can only be thing, says Jency. Yes, it is a Judas Priest song, Joe Bloor. Rodney Lutton says thing. Thing, thing, thing. Yes, hey, Rudy. Yeah, no, that was just a picture I used to show another phrase. That's all. Probably is. Never heard of it, says Preliminal. Quentin says thing. Super Mario is pondering. Good morning, Wizardry. Good to see you. You've got another thing coming, says Pushing Buttons. Mr. Super Sidewinder. You've got another blank coming. I don't have a doggy. I have a part-time cat.
Hey, did you see what Euler Greg wrote?
Yeah, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do.
What's the island hopping campaign?
No, I'm not talking about that.
Oh.
I'm talking about the one word.
Yes, I did. I was getting that. We can go on.
Got another thing coming. I can't with this reality. They're claiming that we are misremembering the saying, you've got another thing coming. You've got another think coming? Because in this reality, the correct word isn't thing. It's think. You've got another think coming. Makes no sense at all. Does anyone remember think? One person did.
Further Greg, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gen Z is freaking that it's not think, it wasn't think. It's not think. I'd like to hear from Wizardry. Wizardry says thing. Because the Man's Wizardry says you should say think. You're welcome.
They are claiming this is a British saying, that we misheard it, and over time, Americans changed it to thing. I do not believe a word of this nonsense. Think is often used as a noun in Britain. An American phenomenon. It's the confusion of think with thing. Another thing coming as a case of mishearing becoming misspelling. Yeah, bullshit. This is nuts.
In Britain, wouldn't they emphasize, like you would clearly be able to hear the K?
Yeah.
Hey, Ken Raz. And Noise Guru, I'm not allowed to have any pets here, which is why I have a part-time cat. It's not my cat, so it's someone else's cat that visits for the week.
But you had a cat.
I did. Hidden for all the years we were here.
Oh, okay.
So here's the current reality of think.
Doesn't make any damn sense. It's so stupid.
I agree.
Got another think coming. Come on. Retarded reality we're in. Give me a break.
So Brits too, the Labour dish. They're talking about the Labour Party. You've got another thing coming right in the title.
Another think. Come on. I don't care what country it is. It's not proper English. Doesn't make any sense. My app remembers.
So when I was writing the presentation, it tried to fill in thing instead of think.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember thing like we do? Do you have the current memory of think? Let me know your thoughts below. Thank you again to Sadly Karen for sharing her find.
It was a good one.
Yeah. That's insanity.
It is. We're on the last one now, the maps, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here's the thing. Some of this stuff is definitely natural features. But some of this stuff, it can't be natural. It can't be. Everything I found said that it's actually think, and we just say it wrong. All right, guys. This is the last presentation of the night, but I think it's a good one. There are some weird things happening. Not happening. Weird things I found in Google Maps that I wanted to share. Notice the circle. A lot of the stuff's happening in that circle. Okay? Just give you a heads up. But we're actually going to like 4 different places on the map. Where are we going? Some of these could just be, I should say be, natural features. But they look unnatural, so we are going to look at them anyway. And I'm aware that Google Maps adds color where there isn't any at times. But I believe they didn't for one, which I will show you. Like really quickly, you could see it almost looks like there's like some weird features there. But I believe those are natural. We're not talking about those. Let's go on. So I have a question. Does anyone remember between South America and Antarctica a crescent-shaped line of islands? Yes or no in the chat. Do you remember this crescent-shaped line of islands? Because I do not. They're not the islands that almost connect South America to Antarctica. These are off to the right a little bit. Jency is saying no repeatedly. Grand toward Richard is no, definitely not, says Michael Russum. New to preliminal. Nope, says Ken Raz. Wendy says no. And if anyone wants to check them out, they're near the, they're a little bit southeast of the Sandwich Islands. Push-in is no. Noise Guru says Thule. All right, we can go on. This island is in the center of that crescent, and it is actually green. It's not colorized by Google. I'm going to show you how I know this. But, Jeff, can you read the place that's with the marker on the island? What's it called? The marker on the island. What's it called?
I can't read it.
Zoom in then, please.
Now I can. Shamrock Hill and Viscoy Island.
Well, Shamrock Hill. They're calling it Shamrock Hill because the ice is green. I'm going to show you this. Next slide. So everything is green. And can you zoom in on the iceberg on the bottom? Like you can still see the white of the iceberg, but there's still green.
Yep.
And it's blue underneath the water. So if that was a green color bar, everything would be green. This thing is actually green. The ripples bother me. So can you zoom in on the bottom right image first? So there's a floating iceberg in the water. It's just got waves around it, nothing special. Why do these, the other images, all have ripples going out like they were just thrown into the water? You have to zoom out and look at the other pictures now, Jeff. Or like they just floated up to the top of the water. I don't know why there's ripples there, but they're the only ripples I've seen in the ocean like that. I'm going from least mind-blowing to most mind-blowing, just in case you didn't notice. More oddities in this island chain. So there's like an island with two big walls of ice surrounding it. That's the bottom right image. I just threw the other island. It didn't really have anything special in the top right. I don't understand why so much of these islands are blocked off, are invisible. Like you can't see them. Why? What are they hiding? It makes me think they're hiding something. That's all. Russia has a lot of islands that look like wood. And there's also something on one of these islands that I can't explain. Can you zoom in on the WTH image? That's got a long, long shadow. I don't know what that is. So I thought I'd share it. And a rock formation that looks just like a lobster.
Yeah, we got the rock lobster.
Yeah. I think that's completely natural too. I saved it on mine, but I don't have them. Like I labeled the marker, I marked everything. On to Canada and Greenland. Greenland, excuse me. First, Canada. Alert Canada in the Northwest Territories, to be specific. Northwest? That doesn't make sense, but it does say Northwest Territories. I want to warn about AI images that people are adding to remote places like this. So somebody thought it'd be funny to go and label these maps with businesses that are not there. Go ahead. So first, just to show you it's a real place, alert. It's a weather station. Go ahead. So we can see here Yang's Jet Ski and Water Sports Outlet. No, it's not. That's a hangar at the weather place. And someone made in AI art this store that doesn't exist. Also, Frank's Alert hot dog restaurant. I don't have the map that it's on, but it is on the map, and that is completely fake AI.
Wow. It's pretty good, though.
Well, zoom into the top right image and look at the words on that building.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely AI.
Yep.
But that one is too, right?
They both are. Look at the way Frank's is written. It's very...
Yeah, but it's still written correctly, whereas this is just jumbled up nonsense.
Yeah.
That's what surprises me about the Frank's one, that it's actually written correctly, like normal. Or close to normal.
All right, so this is Alert. And there's some weird features in Alert. I don't know if you could zoom in on each one. I don't know what these are. They could be storage tanks. They could be trucks. I'm more concerned about the other stuff. This, that they did not make it a clear resolution. I don't know what that is. It could just be ice. But here is clear. And I don't know what that is. Oh, you didn't get the last one. So for those looking into UFOs, there's things called Tic Tac UFOs. And these look like those Tic Tac UFOs. Little white pills. Go ahead, Jack. But near Alert are a chain of rocks that look like pyramids lined up in a perfect line pattern. Does anyone know what this could be? These go on for miles. And they stop at the shoreline and continue across the water on the next shoreline. I'm going to show you more pictures on the next slide. They're on solid land, though. They're not on ice. And then there's a square block. Gerald Neal says UFO landing strip. I'm actually inclined to believe that. Because this is literally unpopulated land in northern Greenland. So here's where it starts. Now, believe it or not, the land looks like it lines up, but that's not how the land is. So the one on the bottom is off to the east, and the one on the top is on the northwest side. But you can see, like, they're visible from really high up. There's a lot of them. You're welcome, Natalie. There appears to be a carving of a warrior, a swordsman, the faces of something in the landscape that could just be a coincidence or shadows. I don't know why it's cut off. Can you zoom in to the top left and let's go across? So I see a warrior here. Zoom up a little bit. So there's a sword, a nose, eyes, long hair and beard. I see a skull to the bottom right. Do you see that? Am I making this up?
Nope, I see it. Also
I
kind
see
of
it.
looks like a wolf or a bear.
Oh, I see a man.
Bear.
The next one is definitely a duck.
Yep.
That's a duck. The next one is a giant section that looks like cobblestone road. Now again, could be formed naturally, but it's in lines like a road. So I'm going to show it to you later as the lines. Here's another one where it looks like a face, a body. Could just be natural and the shadows, but I'm showing it to you. And that's the swordsman from farther away. It's harder to see, that's why I did the close-up. So here's that huge road that even splits into two different directions with this cobblestone pattern. That looks like a baseball diamond.
Yeah.
Ancient baseball.
Yeah.
More of the road. I'm calling it the road.
There's
Some
a
more
face.
faces. Huh?
So there's a face right there.
There's a face with the nose, nostrils, and everything. Here's another face from two different angles. It's hard to see from that one. And zoom out, you can see it better.
Yeah.
Pointy
I was just gonna say,
chin.
if you see zoomed out.
Yeah, but if you zoom in on the one on the right, it's easier to see. So it's like a skull with a long chin, bony mouth. It reminds me of something, and I can't think of what. So this one's out of place, but these are more weird things that are near alert. Can you zoom in? So we have these lines of things on the right, on the right, up. I was talking about up. I figured we just go in a circle. There's a building of some sort all by itself near nothing. Not to say they didn't build something like that, but it's weird. Okay, now you can go down. More of these lumps. I don't know what they are. And then cylindrical white, silvery white things just in the middle of nowhere. Okay, this one's crazy. But one of the craziest things is what appears to be a giant set of claws, the kind on a robot, sticking out of a mountainside, which would make it about 10 stories tall. Can you zoom in? Do you guys see the two claws and the arm? Do you see that, Jeff?
Yeah.
I don't think you do because you're going off the screen with it.
It's easier for me to see zoomed out, though.
Yeah, because it's on your screen, but for them, it's not. See what I'm saying? I want to point out there's actually a smaller set to the right in the shadow right there. See the two of them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, next. Because I do have other pictures of it. Where I drew what I'm seeing for those who can't see it. It literally looks like two robot claws sticking out of like a 500-foot mountain. Like it's insane. Now we are going to do like one or two rewinds because we still have to do the intermission and Everjosh's video. I'll pick short ones while we're at intermission. But the craziest thing I saw was a giant man, miles long. It looks like a man fell where he passed away. But like I said, it looks like a giant. It could just be shadows, but come on, tell me I'm not crazy here. That looks like a giant to me. I see a head with a hood. I see an arm going down. I see an arm off to the side. I see one leg crossed under the other and one crossed on top. I see a man that is miles long.
Yeah.
Now the next image should be 3 different versions of this. The one on the top left, go to the top left. I'm showing you how far away you can see this thing. You see him? That's how big he is. He's huge. And finally, Jeff, I'm going to let you read this part.
There appears to be a giant penis carved into the ground. LOL. Even giants had a sense of humor. Oh, yeah. I see it.
How could you not? I'm going to show you how big it is on the next slide. It's literally huge, carved into the side of a mountain. So could it be natural? Sure. But I think it's more likely that something carved that. So what are your thoughts? Do you think there are natural formations or things not discovered because they are in unpopulated areas? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, so really quickly, Jeff, I'm going to send you a link. And we're only going to, I don't know how long it is, but if it's 2 minutes long, play 30 seconds. If it's a minute long, you see what I'm saying? Don't play the whole thing because I want people to go to his video. Guys, you will see a pinned comment at the top. That comment has a link to the video that we're about to show a portion of, which comes from Everjosh 08. We're only going to play a little bit of it. I ask that you go check out, after the show, go check out his channel, subscribe, and then watch the video. He said it's a short video of residue. And I'm curious to see it. You should have the link. Mr. Sidewinder says, I'll never be right again if I ever was. All right. How long's the video? Is it a short?
18 minutes.
Awesome. So play like 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're going to go to intermission.
All right.
All right, so this is a video showing a little bit of residue that I found throughout the years of the Mandela effect that have made it through. And just for everybody who's watching, I am not a YouTuber, never made videos for YouTube before, so don't trash me in the comments about what a terrible quality this is. And with that being said, let's get into it. So this first picture here is for anybody who knows the Mandela effects. Of the mirrors are objects in the mirrors may be closer than they appear. This was a video that I was watching from a channel called Professor of Rock, and it was just a quick clip. And if you zoom in, I know it's hard to see, but it looks to me like it's showing, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear, even though some of it's cut off. So I just thought that was interesting that, because it's kind of a, blurred picture, and that's probably why it didn't get changed, as far as I know. Here's another one here with the Charles Schultz. It says right here in the title, Schultz with the L. Or with the T instead of, Shoals
Nice.
as it is now. But then in the picture, if you look in, you can zoom in. It shows it as it is now without the T. Kind of interesting, why they would be posting, something for sale. Kids say the darndest things and spell the author's name wrong in the title. This one is interesting. This is a little artist rendition commemorating the death of, Winston Groom, who was the author of Forrest Gump, when he died. And the quote that they put in there is, "Life is like a box of chocolates," which is interesting because that was never the quote in the movie. So that was kind of a funny one. This here is a website I found that has archived
It's J Archive.
Jeopardy questions, and I typed in search Ellis Island. So as you can see, Ellis Island is all lit up, and all the middle column is all about Ellis Island. You can see different facts about Ellis Island. These are the top 3 comments. And then on the second screenshot here, more about World War II, Ellis Island. And then all of a sudden, the answer was Statue of Liberty. Okay, I don't know why the Statue of Liberty would be an answer for a question about Ellis Island when it never was on Ellis Island. So I thought that was an interesting one too. And that's some of the internet residue I found. This one was kind of fun because, this is Uncle Sam. For those who know, Uncle Sam's hat does not have the stripes on it anymore. But I found these bobbleheads that have the stripes on them. But what was interesting about this is that this was when I was on a road trip and I stopped into Philadelphia to visit the Liberty Bell. So after we've seen the Liberty Bell and got our pictures or whatever, we went across the street to the gift shop in the visitor center for the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia, the city where, early America was, it was a big part. And they're selling these bobbleheads in Philadelphia in the gift shop at the Liberty Bell with Uncle Sam with the stripes on his hat. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
That is.
This was when I was on a trip to Las Vegas, and we went to a little museum, and we were walking in and seeing this machine. And of course, the Zoltar was interesting because it just says Zoltar.
Yeah.
It doesn't say Zoltar
Awesome.
speaks. And of course, we wanted to do it because, I was with my kid and you know, we'd watched Big when she was little. So we did it, and we put our dollar in, and, you know, did the whole thing. And then what was interesting, I believe when we got the card out with our little fortune,
Zoltar.
the card actually did say Zoltar speaks. Like, I can't be for sure. Like, I'll have to find the card and double check.
Right.
But it was kind of weird because, you know, the machine doesn't say anywhere about any Zoltar speaks. It's just Zoltar.
All right, we can stop.
But then the card we got did say Zoltar speak.
All right, guys. So if you can, after the show, please go visit his channel. Again, it's pinned at the top. It's the top comment. If you expand it, you'll see the link to his channel. It's also going to be linked in the description. It already is linked in the description. So please go check his channel out. Subscribe. Watch the rest of the video. But right now, what's going to happen is we're going to go to intermission. Jeff's going to play a couple songs. We're going to come back. We're going to do 2 quick rewinds and then head out for the night. Sound good to everyone? Wait, is ever Josh here? You're welcome. I didn't want to show the whole thing because I want them to go watch it on your channel and give you the views. So I showed part of it. They were awesome finds, Ever Josh. Thank you for sharing them with us. So, are you ready, Jeff?
Yep.
You ready and good to go? All right, guys, we'll be back. If you need to warm up a coffee, grab a drink, grab a snack. We still have a little bit left of the show. See you soon, guys. We're not going anywhere. We're just going on a little break.
Take a look at the face of the monopoly man. The monocle is missing. We're not misremembering. Mandela effects happening. We keep finding more and more. And I still can't believe that the Hello Clarice line is gone. We're not losing our minds. We're not losing our minds. German attacks on our soil. We keep finding more and more. Black Tom in 1916, history shifted to its core. I don't trust all the maps now, 'cause the whole thing don't look right. South America shifted all the way to the right side. We're not losing our minds. We're not losing our minds. We're not losing our minds. No, we're not losing our minds. So take us home, 'cause we're so Mandela. Take us home to the Sagittarius arm. This ain't our home. Oh, Lord. been Mandela all my life, and I can see truth. Go look at your Bible, 'cause the passages ain't right. The wolf lays down with the lamb, but he used to be the lion. I was shocked when I looked at the JFK car. There's 6 people, not 4 now. Tell me who the hell they are. We're not losing our minds. We're not losing our minds. We're not losing our minds. No, we're not losing our minds. So take us home. 'Cause so Mandela, take us home. To the Sagittarius arm, this ain't our home. Oh Lord, the things we thought we knew our whole lives have been Mandela. But you remember, this ain't our home. 'Cause we're so Mandela. Take us home. What do you remember? This ain't our home. 'Cause we're so Mandela. Take us home. What do you remember? This ain't our home. What do you remember? This ain't our home. 'Cause we're so Mandela. Take us home. What do you remember? This ain't our home. What do you remember? This ain't our home. 'Cause we're so Mandela. Take us home. Just take us home. Who the hell gave Scarecrow a gun? Who the hell gave Scarecrow a gun? So dumb. Mandela effect, what have you done? What the fuck? What the fuck? What Scarecrow's got a gun. Scarecrow's got a gun. Reality has come undone. Many changes, and that's just one. Scarecrow's got a gun. Scarecrow's got a gun. So many changes, and that's just one. Why does the Scarecrow have a gun? Who lays down with the lamb? It's not the lion. Now it's the wolf, and we know that's wrong. The Bible's changing, and so are some. Fruit Loops and Chick-fil-A spelled wrong. Scarecrow's got a gun.
They call me a moron and creepy Jopey, 'cause I like to fondle bells and sip them repeatedly. They say I'm the reason our country's gone wrong. Everyone blames me because their money's all gone. I've destroyed the nation. I'm a dementia guy. They say these things about me, simply not true, all lies. I like kids. They give me a haircut because I've seen how 50 of them a brain assist shot. Somebody, do you think that Zelensky is the best when it comes to fake presidency? Outclasses the mess. I want to fund us out. He gets more money from me. Ways America's become a slush fund for other countries. Back to what I call girl specter to Dean, but at least I'm not like Trump telling you to drink bleach. Just changes my depends when I start to say like that. But what about Trump? The guy is the worst. Kids are what I go. I think they are hot. Just to forget or two, why not? Children are what I grow, 'cause I'm a piece of crap. Children are what I grow, 'cause I'm a piece of crap. Children are what I grow, and yet makes you mad. A man are in, 'cause falling fast, it doesn't need excess. I don't cry when young girls run away, 'cause I'll just find another one to sniff today. And I would quite just tell me I've got brain rot, because I think underage girls are hot. They say fuck America each passing day. I'm following Caesar cheating, I've got shit for brains. Hey kid, why are you running? Please come back to me. Children are what I grow, 'cause I'm a piece of crap. Children are what I grow, 'cause I'm a piece of crap. Children are what I grow, and yet makes you mad. A man rid, 'cause all ain't fast, because indeed that's sad. Children are what I grow. I grow.
Very nice. I'm trying to figure out how to turn this off. Sorry, guys. Oh, there it is. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Nice, Jeff.
Thanks. I'm going to have more Mandela songs, hopefully, within the next few days.
That'd be great. Can't wait to hear them. Yes, Splatter, but it's okay. We're going to do 2 rewinds for heading out. And then you can always watch it on the replay. But you're still here. It's okay. You made it. Jeff, I sent you links.
Yep, I see them.
One is one I haven't covered in a long time, and one is yours that we haven't covered in a long time. Yeah, you guys are getting a part 2 Super Mario because I meant to do the video and the intermission before the Mandela part, and we just forgot to. Hey, Alone, welcome. We lost Jeff. I had a feeling. He got quiet. So we'll just give him a few minutes to come back. How's everyone doing tonight? Well, technically, there could be 2 of me. I could jump in on my phone, too. Hey, Jennifer M., welcome. That's true. I would go with the real one. The AI is just on your screen. The real one's in real life. Thank you. Did you see the one that Super Mario made? I have to adjust it so it can fit in my circle bubble. Oh, Jeff is back.
Almost made it through a whole show without it doing that.
I know, it's okay. We had Jennifer M. pop in while you were gone.
Hey, Jennifer M.
Splatter and Alone.
Hey, Splatter. Hey, Alone. Oh, no, I got to pull this thing up again. Hold on. What the hell?
So again, those of you just joining us, we just played a small clip of Everjosh 08's residue video. The pinned comment is a link to his channel. Please give it a sub and watch the whole video because we only played a couple minutes of it. Jennifer M's missing a wrench. Oh, we need to fix that.
Yeah.
It's fixed. So's Alone.
Is his channel called Everjosh 08?
I believe it is. You were just on it. I can't click on it because it'll kick me out of the stream.
Yeah, me either.
Everjosh, are you still here? I believe it is because Everjosh goes in the beginning of the video states, I'm not a YouTuber. But by the very nature of you uploading a video to your channel, you are now a YouTuber. Everjosh says, yeah. All right, guys. Here's an oldie for you. Which tail did Madison have in the movie Splash? 1 is red, 2 is green, and 3 is red with a lot of stuff on it with black and gold accents. If you saw the movie Splash with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah, which tail do you remember on Madison? So Jency is guessing 2. Pushing Buttons is also guessing 2. It was blue for preliminal.
None of the above for me. I remember blue.
You remember blue too?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
It was green tinted, but didn't look like that. So maybe it was a blue-green.
Maybe.
Jehovah's daughter Barbara said that.
I could go with that.
I thought blue too was Pushing Buttons. I could go blue-green too. I think Tooth is hard to believe. Only saw this once or twice. 3, says Joe Bloor. That's awesome, Dunno. Says my son bought me an unopened watch from the 80s with an all-gold C-3PO. I thought it was blue, says Wendy B. I think 1 and 2, says Michael Russell. Mr. Super Sidewinder is guessing 2. Alien. Haven't seen Splash in 30 plus years. I think it was green, says Jennifer. Angels Don't Falls channels in the chat, everyone. You should definitely give it a like and subscribe. Let's see. Alone, blue. Daryl Hannah had the green. Daryl Hannah is the... Madison is Daryl Hannah. So now I'm confused. Teal, says Noise Guru, which would be blue-green. I could go with that. It was blue-green, says Angels Don't Fall. It was aqua color to blend in, says Jehovah's Daughter Barbara. I think too, says Dunno. Was it blue-green? I remember a blue color, says Preliminal. 2 for me, says Everjosh. Yes, I think that's in this presentation. I believe it is. Because I don't remember that one at all. Chartreuse says Preliminal. And of course, Joe Bloor says Flesh. All right, we can go on.
Oops.
See, the problem for me is it's 3, and that is so messed up.
What?
That I can't.
I
She's
don't know
got
if I ever
flippers
saw
on her
this.
lap. What?
I don't know if I ever saw this one. This is either new to me or I've forgotten. I don't know how I would forget.
It's old. You may not have been in the community at the time.
Probably not.
So yeah,
Way
it's
wrong.
3. It's super 3. It's so 3. No. Just no for me.
Even close. What the hell?
Oiler Greg says wrong. Just wrong. No way I'd make a joke, but WTF for Dunno. She had a red dress, yeah, but not a lower half. It was green. It was green for Ariel, says Jency. It's green for mermaids.
Blue or green? Or
Was
bluish?
never red. No way. Looks weird, says Jennifer M. It wasn't red, says Wendy B. WTF. People are flipping out.
And they should be, because this is nuts.
Criminal says, what the heck is that? No way. Angels Don't Fall said it looked like a betta fish, a blue betta fish, or a dorado. None of the above, says Oiler Greg. All right, we can go on. So she also... Oh, I was doing this to ask anyone if they remembered a butt tail, a butt fin. Someone drew a butt fin. But as you can see, I don't see a butt fin there. But you know what else I don't see? I don't see the gold and the black flippers on her lap. So while I don't remember red, that's still better. That's 1 instead of 3. I'll take 1 over 3. But it was never, she was never red for me.
What's up with her face?
That's a drawing.
That's bad. That doesn't look anything like her.
Yeah, that's a drawing. Jehovah, pushing buttons and Jehovah's Daughter are both saying no butt fin.
No, I agree.
Thank you, Wizardry, for posting Everjosh's channel. It should be pinned at the top. I'm just not. I'm confused. So here's what I wanted to point out. There is a butt fin. As you can see her laying on the beach right there. The butt fin is sticking up in the air.
Yep.
So the drawing on the right was more accurate than the drawing on the cover of the VHS. There is a golden with black rimmed butt. Can you zoom in on it? The butt fin, please. There is a butt fin. I don't remember that.
Now this says Splash 2.
Yeah, there's a Splash 2 as well. Which I
Is that
don't
a
remember.
Mandela effect? Because I don't know if I remember that either.
Yes, that's why it's here. Yes, I don't remember it. Oh, also go back. Can you please zoom in on her tail? I don't remember the black spikes coming down. I don't remember it shaped like that.
Which
The
one?
pointy, the bottom one's fine. It's like that in the movie with the points sticking out. I just remember it. Like, take the points off. That's how I remember the tail fin.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't look right either.
Now, Splash 2 did not have the original actors and actresses. There's a Barbie doll in the bottom right. Drawings, artwork, and you can see the butt fin on the Barbie doll really clearly in the top left.
Yep.
The scene
Is
where
this
she's
from
in
the
the
second
tub.
one?
And you can see the side fins. No, that's from the first one. That's her laying in the tub in the first one, yeah.
That is so not the color. This is freaking me out.
I know. I'm trying to write why I wrote yes to the color. I don't remember red. I remember green.
Yeah, why would you write that? That's weird.
I wonder if the drawing at the top was green originally.
Maybe. God.
It's ridiculous.
It was like a bluish green for me, just like the cover was blue. It kind of matched that a little bit.
I agree. I can go bluish green, not red, not black, not gold.
Nope.
All of it's wrong.
Way wrong.
All right, so I have red for residue. This is blowing my mind because I remember green. So another reality, SandyDiVa made this presentation. I do not remember red.
Oh, that's right. You have it outlined in green.
I do. I do not remember red. I remember green. So I don't understand what's happening here.
This here, is this the poster?
Yes, one of them.
I don't remember that either. Oh.
So the residue's all going to be red, everyone. No, there's a green one there. In the middle, top middle, green.
That's much better.
Much better. So now I'm going to need to remake this entire presentation and look for residue of greens and blues because this is bothering me.
So that's the tape. VHS.
No, look at it. What the heck is 1, 2, 3 splash? What's the 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. But what is it? Oh, it's a DVD.
Yeah, why is it 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, what the hell does that even mean? In reference to this. What? Wow. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the third show in a row where I've been completely freaked out by something that I didn't know.
And this is why we do rewinds.
Then we have a big one coming that we haven't covered yet that freaked me out. That's going to freak everybody out, I think.
We covered it before. Oh,
No,
the one that I haven't put together yet.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a big one because it's
There's
a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's taking me a while.
I will be shocked with that one if anyone remembers Current Reality.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to this last one here. Oh, it's mine.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I didn't hear you say that.
We've covered Flipper too, Angels Don't Fall. Covered everything. All right, here we go. Okay, Jeff.
All right, hold on a second. Be right back.
Okie dokie.
Okay, now I can read.
Okay.
Credit Jeff Zanzibar. 1971 hit by the band Three Dog Night has changed for Jeff. But first, we are curious what you remember the title being. Please fill in the blank with the title you remember. Blank, old-fashioned love song. Blank can be multiple words.
The answer's coming in. Michael Russell says, good. I don't know the songs, says Jency. That's okay. Jehovah's Daughter Barbara says, just. Angels Don't Fall is good. Oiler Greg is just A. Pushing Buttons is just an. Jency is an. Mr. Super Sidewinder is just. Jehovah's Daughter Barbara is just an, to be exact. Just an for Joe Bloor. Just an for Jency. A good old-fashioned love song, says Ever Josh. Just an old-fashioned love song for Go-Kart Bob. Just an for Wendy. Just an for Noise Guru. Just an old-fashioned love song, Preliminal. Don't know. Dunno says don't know. And Natalie says just an. Okay, thank you, Wizardry. Wizardry says that 1, 2, 3 Splash is the Spanish title of the film. Thank you very much. But why wouldn't it be Uno, Dos, Tres?
Yeah.
I'm still calling Mandela on that title.
Agreed.
Uno, Dos, Tres, Splash. That's what it should have been.
Okay, so what they're guessing is half right.
Okay, wait. Super Mario Brothers says an old-fashioned. Just N. I thought the N was built in, says Mr. Super Sidewinder. Uno, dos, tres. Yes, right, exactly. It should be uno, dos, tres.
Yeah.
Splash, not 1, 2, 3 in Spanish. In my opinion. Still think it's Mandela. Yeah, Jeff, show them what you remember.
Oh.
Yeah, you just hit pause.
Now, this may seem redundant, but it's not, I promise. The lyrics have changed for Jeff. Again, please fill in the blank, which can be multiple words. Again, blank old-fashioned love song. Let's play this.
So for those that didn't know the song, you may know it after hearing it.
Love song, play love song.
Now, what they're saying is correct, but there's a problem, which we'll get to, at least for me.
Is it an extra word in front?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, me too.
And it doesn't make sense to me without that extra word. It sounds ridiculous to me.
Same here. I'm with you on this one.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to read it first. Jeff and I remember the song slightly different, but we both agree, we do, that each sounds better than the current reality. For the first word of the sentence, Jeff remembers that, and I remember it's. I could go with that too. But now there's nothing there. The song lyric starts with just, which you can see above. Is this your memory?
So wait.
Just to know.
We're going to play it, and then I want everyone in the chat to answer, do you recall it's or that's before just now?
Or nothing.
Which one do you remember? Go ahead. Play it, Jeff.
Just an old-fashioned love song playing off the radio.
Whoa, did you say playing off the radio?
Just an old-fashioned love song playing off the radio.
Playing on the radio.
Play it again. Listen closely. I swear I hear off.
Just an old-fashioned love song playing off the radio.
Oh, shit.
He's singing off now.
Yeah.
Just an old-fashioned love song playing off the radio.
It's supposed to be on.
It sounds more like off.
He's singing off. It's supposed to be on. Oh, no.
That wasn't like that when we showed it before.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Oh. I'm going to cover something else. Everybody's hearing off. They're hearing off in the chat.
Well, they're hearing it too?
Jency heard it.
Even Stranger is the title. I remember the title is just an old-fashioned love song, and that is the title when performed by Paul Williams. But Jeff remembers an old-fashioned love song, which is correct for Three Dog Night, but only sometimes. You can find song titles starting with just, N, and old. How are people constantly getting the title wrong? So here we have just an old-fashioned love song, an old-fashioned love song, and old-fashioned love song. Here we have what I remember. That's just an old-fashioned love song.
And what I remember on the bottom.
Yep. It's just an old-fashioned love song. I've searched for days. I can't find a single person singing out Jeff or I remember, but at least there's plenty of residue.
And just to be clear, it was quick. It was like, it's just. It's just. Like almost it was like one word, but it's just an old-fashioned love song. Playing on, not off the radio.
So what's weird to me is you don't really start a sentence with just. It doesn't really sound right.
I timed out night 5.
That's just an old-fashioned love song. What I'm sure.
But Paul Williams titles his song like I remember, just an old-fashioned love song, and sings it like Jeff remembers.
And room for you and me. That's just an old-fashioned love song. What I'm sure there's room for you and me. Never really gone.
But while he still sings it like Jeff remembers, the Muppet Show clip has changed from just 2 days ago. In his 1976 appearance on The Muppet Show, he sang the song like Jeff remembers. That's just an old-fashioned love song. But what the hell? Wait, is that what you wrote?
Where?
WTH?
Yeah. What the hell? Yeah.
What the hell? It was 3-part harmony 2 days ago. Now he sings 2-part harmony. All right, so let's listen to that.
That's just an old-fashioned love song, put them down in 2-part harmony. That's never really gone. That's just an old-fashioned love song, Put them down in two-part harmony.
Now listen, I know there's two of them there, but when Jeff and I had listened to this 2 days earlier when we put this together, they sang 3-part harmony, and now it's 2-part harmony to
Yep.
match the Muppets. It was not like that. It was 3-part harmony when we watched it originally.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to take our words for it, because I don't think I have residue of it. So to be clear, we remember the title differently from what he sings. So we don't remember an old-fashioned love song. Google says 3-part harmony. Thank you, Jency. So I'm saying they changed it for the Muppet Show because there was 2 of them. But I'm telling you, they sang it 3-part harmony, and then 2 days later it was saying 2-part harmony in the song on the Muppets. Google says playing on the radio. Thank you, Jency. I'm going to look into it, though.
So it could be just the way he sings it, but it did sound like off to me.
I mean, it's very hard to sound like off when you're singing on.
Yeah.
They don't sound the same at all.
But sometimes in certain performances, the words can be muffled. Like I noticed even in songs I did, like I know I said a certain word, but you can't hear the S at the end, but I know I said it. Like sometimes stuff gets muffled when you're singing or recording music or whatever. It's weird. But then I had a song I did completely change on me in one part. So who knows? It was Mandela, my own song, if you remember.
Yes, I do.
But yeah, it sounded like on before when we showed it the first time. And now it sounds like off.
It does sound like off, yeah.
So there's residue for what you remember. Which I could go with because it at least makes sense grammatically. You just don't start a sentence with just.
I agree. It is for me. It's just.
And that was one subject in school I know a thing or two about is English. So
yeah.
When something gets Mandela with that, I know it.
Lots of residue. What kind of residue are we looking at?
That's the residue for what I remember. That's just an old-fashioned love song.
Unless you're going to read it, you can go on.
There's more.
I think oh, this is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I was going to say I thought I changed the color to differentiate, but apparently not.
And that's a little bit of both here. And that's that.
And that's that. All right, guys. Thank you for being patient and waiting for us. Thank you for showing up on a Sunday night. Things go back to normal next week with us on Saturday night and Hebrew on Sunday night. Jeff, is there anything you want to say before we go? I do have a little announcement to make, so.
I just want to thank everybody for watching and for all the nice compliments about my songs. You guys are awesome.
Aw. That is nice. They were great, though. They were great.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right, guys. So, little quick, tiny eviction update that's actually good news. For the first time since January, we are only behind the current month, thanks to the donations that came in and the matching from the anonymous donors. So I wanted to once again say thank you, especially to all of you that have shared and donated and are praying. The prayers are working. The donations are helping. The sharing is helping. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're in a much better position right now because we're just behind this month. We're current month, so we're getting there. And I couldn't say that I was getting there without the help of you guys. So thank you so much, guys. Really. And I'm gonna
Thanks,
stop
guys,
there.
for helping.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there before I get emotional because this really makes me emotional. So I don't want to do that to you guys to end the show that way. I love you guys. Thank you for being here this late. It is now 4:10 a.m. on the East Coast. From Jeff and I, have a great night, guys. Go to bed or good morning if it's morning where you are. And we'll see you Saturday night. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Uh-oh. We have a little issue.
Uh-oh.
Nah, issue's okay. It didn't work and then it's working again. All right, guys. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?